Greetings, Ghost Files Season 3 is just around the corner. So you know what that means? We're once again hitting the road for the Ghost Files Live Tour.
That's right, we're packing our bags and visiting 18 cities all throughout the US and Canada.
Canada? Head on over to ghostfileslive.com to check out dates and to get your tickets. You come watch a new episode of Ghost Files that nobody has seen. We'll come on out after, answer your guys' questions, goof around, maybe have too many spirits.
It's gonna be a lot of fun. We'll see you there.
I'm gonna kill him in the last show.
What?
The world is weird!
And or wonderful.
And I'm taking my curious pal Ryan Bergara around to explore every last little bit of it!
Where are we?
Watch your fingertips, pal, because we're at the LA Woodshop. Oh!
Downtown Los Angeles, California. I say LA, you say Woodshop. LA. LA! Did you say it? I hope that you did. Here in this modern world where most things are stupid bullshit, isn't it comforting to know that you can always steal yourself away from society's parade of horrors and spend a few hours committing yourself to the simple act of making something with your God-given mitts? Founded in 2020, the LA Woodshop is a makerspace welcoming seasoned craftsmen as well as absolute beginners, providing the training and tools necessary to make everything from a simple cutting board to a mid-century cabinet. We sat down with co-founders Eric, Clem, and Marty Johnson to delve into what the LA Woodshop is all about.
We are two things. We are one, a residence space where we have a bunch of woodworkers who work out of here 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, and then nights and weekends we become a woodworking school.
How did it come about? How'd you get into the woodshop business?
We wanted to create a space that, one, made the barrier to entry into this world feel a little less daunting, because I think for a lot of people it is, both in terms of information and like financially speaking, it's really daunting. But we also wanted to create like a community environment that felt like a clubhouse. People come, do some woodworking, have fun, socialize, have a drink here and there when they're done working.
When they're done.
Just kind of hang out. We wanted this to feel like a second home for a lot of people.
How did you enter into the world of woodworking? Is it something that you guys professionally have always done, or did it start as a hobby?
I used to do some woodworking with my dad, but very minimal. I took some classes with Eric, some classes that were taught by our third partner, Nate. Really kind of fell in love with it. Then we were presented with an opportunity to make our own space.
Yeah, it started off as a hobby. I started making bows and arrows. And that snowballed and led me into making furniture and things. Slowly, over time, I started doing that more than my other job. And then I was just like, I guess I'm a woodworker now.
Yeah.
But I was also self-taught, which means I made a lot of really awful mistakes.
Really? You didn't have anyone there guiding you? You just walked into a shop and saw a machine and were like, well, let's see what this does.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
It was a really bad idea.
Yeah.
What was the worst thing you've ever made?
Oh!
I made a half.
So you are
hand.
Self-taught.
Yeah. This is how self-taught woodworkers greet each other.
I wasn't prepared for that.
Yeah.
I apologize for the noise I made. I didn't.
That's the appropriate noise.
Were those all three at once, or was it a...
You know what? It was like I did 2, and then the other 2 were there on the hand, and I was like, this looks off balance.
Just even it out.
Just gotta even it out.
No, I took them all at once. It was great.
It was great. People can walk into here knowing almost nothing, or nothing at all. And you sort of let them climb the steps to the world of woodworking.
Yeah, we have entry-level 1-day or 2-day classes where you make some of the things that we have around, and those are open to anybody. You can come in and take a class and leave with something similar to what we'll do later. We also have 2 classes that are like more long-term, where you learn more in-depth skills, which are our table making class, where you make a table like this, or the cabinet that's behind us.
Oh, this cabinet?
Yeah, a little cabinet.
Oh, that's really nice.
What about this car?
You can't make the car.
Okay.
Some students have been with us for years. Some students, just started. Ultimately, we're trying to get people more independent in those classes. That's like the most rewarding thing as a teacher.
I'm so impressed with the space. I'm excited to actually get out there. What are we going to be making today?
We're going to be making our little plant stands.
I'm going to make one of those.
You're going to make one of those.
And Marty, you're going to be taking us through this and making sure that we're not lopping anything off
fingers, toes, God forbid. I don't know how that would happen, but.
I'm gonna walk you through the whole process step by step and make sure you leave with all your fingers and have a good time.
Okay.
Empowered by the words of these passionate craftsmen, we headed into the shop with Marty to take our first baby steps into the world of wood.
So this class is basically a run through of how to make a tiny stool, and in this class we treat that as a plant stand.
That sounds
Is
fun,
he gonna
right?
make
a big stool, and I'll make a tiny stool?
They're gonna be roughly the same size stools.
They're just for plants, Ryan. They're for little plants.
Oh, so I'm not sitting on this.
You're not, I mean, you probably could.
Probably.
Yeah.
We have 2 different species of wood. We got ash and we have cherry. Do you guys have a preference?
Cherry.
For cherry?
I would.
All right, so we're gonna start with those.
Actually, I'll take ash.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
You can do ash as well if you want.
No, I'd love a cherry.
Okay, great.
I always want it to smell sweet, you know?
Yeah, it smells nice when you cut it. So the first thing we need to do for this class, we need to establish the center of this so we have a position to make our circles off of.
Sort of a pivot point.
Yeah, pivot point, exactly. And the way we're gonna do that is with the long ruler there and a pencil. Everybody gets an LA Woodshop pencil.
Beautiful. These are nice pencils. Sort of the uniform tone of them is striking.
You take the ruler and just go from corner to corner.
That makes sense.
Yeah, and then we mark across one way.
Oh, look at that.
Rotate it, mark across the other way, and where they intersect is our center.
Lovely. Well, this is easier than I thought. There's nothing to it. It actually did occur to me that I did do some woodwork a year or 2 ago because I had to build a big wood flat for Puppet History when I did the breakthrough window.
Yeah.
Where I built that wall. And I just didn't know how to do anything. I just tried my best.
That's really what we're here for, is taking people who don't know how to do anything and showing them how to do stuff. So now that we got our center, we actually need to make a pinhole. So we're going to take this, which is called a Forstner bit.
Yeah.
It's got a little brad in the middle, which helps you center it right in the
Point it,
center.
yeah.
This one is 1/2 inch. Put that little brad
right in there.
right in our center circle.
Right in the pit.
Right in the pit.
Brad right in the pit.
Come on now. I didn't know Brad Pitt was only 1.5 inches.
We're just going to drill down just so this top edge is below the top surface of the board.
Okay, that's so clean and satisfying.
That is very satisfying.
A little bit deeper.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's pretty good.
You don't want to go all the way through?
We definitely don't want to go all the way through. To go through, we see it on the other side.
Oh, he's a natural.
That's great.
Oh.
I felt like Indiana Jones right there.
A little bit.
Blowing off a dusty relic.
All right.
That's a very satisfying hole.
After a quick but thorough safety lesson from Marty, along with some chic new gear, we were ready to begin our plant stands.
I want to get all the terminology correct. Is this just a saw of some kind?
This is a bandsaw specifically.
Nice.
It has a big band that's also the saw part. We're going to use a sliding jig to make a circle. Our part with our hole in the middle is going to go on the pin. So this is going to slide into place, and then we're going to spin our board, and it's going to make a circle. It's going to be real easy.
I anticipate this feeling very satisfying.
It's gonna feel so good.
It's real good.
Okay. I like
butter.
With wood and any organic stuff, it has a grain direction. We like to describe wood grain as like wood is a bunch of little straws that are all glued together that create the wood. We want to make sure we understand which direction all those straws are going because it's going to cut differently. We're going to start with our grain going perpendicular to the saw.
Okay.
If we were to start this way, it'd probably be fine, but the blade is going to want to follow the grain lines a little bit and it might move a bit.
Yeah.
So if we start this way, it doesn't have a line to start moving on.
Okay, great.
Shall we?
Yeah.
Let's do
All
it.
right.
Let me get my ear protection in here.
I'm gonna raw dog this.
Are you sure?
I'm gonna raw dog this saw.
Tinnitus is no joke.
So once the saw is started, we're just going to push the slide into the saw blade.
Okay, now it's in there.
Once it touches, it's going to rotate.
Wow.
Whoa, dude.
Wow.
That's cool. Beautiful. Whoa. And now
Look at that.
You have a circle.
Beautiful.
Wow. Seems like pretty simple.
You want to take the first go or you want me to?
No, you got it.
All right, I'll give it a go.
Do you want to take a little test spin? You want to test slide? Anything before we start it?
Oh man, I'm actually nervous for you.
I think I got it. I think I got it.
Yeah. If you hit the green button, we'll start the saw.
Do it, dude. Do it.
Oh shit. Ryan, this feels so good.
I'm sure it does.
It feels incredible.
Now the
And
turn.
now, once you stop,
Oh my god, this feels amazing.
How did you know when to turn it?
When it hits the end of the stop.
You're doing great, man.
This feels amazing.
All right, let's go ahead and put the stop on the saw.
Looks like I've got a slightly jagged edge there, though.
You're gonna have a jagged edge. We're gonna make that straight on the next step.
We're gonna sand it or something?
Yeah, we're gonna go
Oh
to a
yeah, I see
router
the
next.
jagged right there.
Wow, you're gonna love it.
I hope so.
You're gonna love it.
I'm pretty terrified. Oh, this is so nerve-wracking.
Make sure you hold this a little bit. Like,
Hold it.
yeah.
Oh, shit!
It feels good, right?
That does feel pretty good. It's kind of scary, but that's fine. Okay, so now I rotate which way?
Rotate into the blade.
Oh, damn! That's some good rotation.
You're looking fine.
Doesn't even feel real.
Are you disassociating?
This is too much power for a man to wield.
Hold on. We'll let the blade stop.
Damn, dude, that was really satisfying. Hey, look at
finish
that.
tonight,
That's what's weird about mine is there's no jagged edge like there was.
you
with
get
yours.
it. But
I mean,
what-
like if I were to identify these in a lineup, it would kind of look like maybe a pro did this one.
Yeah, but
then
Marty said we're gonna...
maybe like a small child with three fingers.
Come
did
on
this
now,
one.
come on now.
So you remember on the last tool, you had a really jagged edge that looked bad.
Ryan didn't have this, but I did.
You're talking to him, right? Because mine looked pretty good.
Yeah, yours looks great. He did a bad job. This is gonna fix that up, so nobody will know that you did a bad job.
Great, great, great.
The big deal on a router is that you want to do a conventional cut. A conventional cut is when you are moving your cut into the direction that the blade's spinning. If we were to go climb cut direction, which would be the other way, it'll swing it.
That's not scary when you're safe. Yes, that's what they say.
That is what they say. We are going to use the paddle. We want to make sure that we aren't like getting our fingers down in here near the blade as we're rotating. The other thing we want to do is we want to make sure we're putting good down pressure on the part. We're going to slide into the blade. We're going to rotate. Always going to keep one paddle on the piece. We go around the whole time as we rotate. Feeling good?
Yeah.
A young Padawan on the paddles. You're doing it. Yeah. Look how white his knuckles are. He's really putting that pressure on.
Oh, I'm approaching the nib.
You're doing it.
There it goes. It's gone.
I think you nailed it, dude. How's that feel? Rub it against your face. No, not the part you cut.
That's good. Mine looks better than yours right now. Marty, you'd agree?
I agree.
At this point?
At this current stage.
Yeah.
Look, I got lucky last time. We'll see if that luck continues.
Oh, I forgot to put one of my earplugs in. I did that half raw dog.
Probably good. Red button.
Nice, nice.
What you did do.
What did I do?
Was you took the paddles off the thing.
I noticed.
I was just like, what's woodworking without a little danger?
I think that's not
Good woodworking is what we call that.
Yeah,
That's what we
I
call
don't
it.
think you want to.
Proper
You don't want an
woodworking.
element of
That's
danger
one way
here
you
in
could
the
call it, but you could
woodshop.
also call that not fun woodworking.
So on the last machine, we had a straight blade, which gave us a straight edge. This machine is going to use a blade that has a bevel cut in it to cut an angular bevel on our stool.
We love a bevel.
Effectively the same process here. The only difference is you're not going to have the pin to constrain your rotation.
Okay.
Oh boy, this one's
Oh, we're gonna be fine.
this one's a little more nerve-wracking.
Yeah, you don't have the pin.
We're going to do 2 passes with this. We're each going to do our first pass first.
Okay.
And we'll raise the blade up so we get a little more bevel on there, but you see the first step?
Oh, we're doing this more than once.
We're going to do this twice each.
Cool.
I'm ready to hop in there.
All right, great.
The power of the machine is scary.
Make sure you're holding that tight.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh boy. Oh no. Oh no.
You're doing great.
I think I'm not nailing it.
You're doing fine.
Look at
Bump's a little rough.
Look at that bump.
That's a rough bump.
It's so much harder without the little guy.
It is. You guys ready for round 2?
Yeah.
All right.
If we must.
So it's the same bevel cut. The angle of the blade is the same. The only difference is we raised it up a little bit. Okay. So we're going to get more.
Clean.
Damn. That looks good. This guy's making toast.
Always got to pull the part back
Yeah.
Before you turn it
before you turn the router
Before I
off.
turn it off. Okay.
Yeah. If you leave it attached, you might throw it across the room.
That would be pretty sweet, though.
Almost happened.
Let's.
Almost did it.
This is a stern tone.
This is as stern as I get. Great. You guys ready to do the next thing?
Yeah. Yes.
Cool.
So I almost killed people.
Am I done?
You're done.
Yeah.
Am I done? Am I done?
Oh.
You sort of left it there, then
Yeah.
took your hands off to hit the button.
Big no-no?
But luckily, no one got hurt.
That was a medium no-no.
What would be like a big no-no?
Like losing a finger. Yeah, if
So the jump from medium to
it's huge.
It's pretty big.
Yeah.
It's pretty big.
Yeah, you don't get to a big no-no unless there's like actual blood.
yeah. Okay. All right.
We're making three-legged plant stands here, so we had to apply a bit of math, but arguably the coolest brand of math there is. That's right, geometry, baby, the Pepsi of math. If our measurements are up to snuff, our legs will be landing in all the right places. Fingers crossed.
So I'm just gonna mark these.
Yep. Okay. Just want to have some visual so you know which one it is for the next step.
Lovely.
That's pretty good. It looks better than his.
It does.
Oh, come on.
That's crazy.
Okay, so now we're at the hole station.
We are at the hole station.
I see we're at an angle here, so the holes are going to be at a bit of an angle. So when we put the legs in, they're going to be at a bit of an angle.
Exactly.
It's a great system.
We got our 3 lines marked where we're going to drill our hole. So we're just going to take our top, we're going to put it on the pin. We're going to line the drill press up over each line.
Shit.
You want to hold on to your part. Sometimes it'll try to like spin stuff some way, but not hard. You just want to make sure you have control of your part at all times.
Okay. Got it. Yep. Didn't he pointed at me after
I
he
did.
said that?
We're gonna go down a little bit.
Yeah.
We're gonna pull the drill back out. We're gonna go down further, pull the drill back out, and we'll go all the way through until it stops.
Great. Okay.
Cool?
Great. How could I mess this up? We'll see. That's nice. That's real nice.
Uh-oh. Oh,
A little bit behind.
lucky coin. That in my pocket.
You went deep on that one. You nailed it.
It's gonna be a nice little stool. I didn't nail it, I drilled it.
You're bad. You're real bad.
Let's see if your trembly hands can accomplish this one.
Wow! It's okay, Stool. It'll be over. It'll be over soon.
Sounds like you went on our ghost hunt.
Yeah, it does actually. Me and the song.
Okay, so we got our holes, and now
So now we're gonna make the chair legs. In woodworking, a hole is called a mortise, and then the mortise has a tenon, and the piece that goes into the hole. We're gonna start with dowels that are pre-cut. So we take our tenon cutter, we wanna take our dowel, and we wanna clamp it in. We're gonna try to line up with our dowel. Until it stops, and then you're done. So now we have a dowel with a tenon end.
is that gonna fit in? Whoa!
Whoa, how
For
about
some
that?
reason I thought it wouldn't, but yeah, it does.
Of course it would.
We planned for it.
Yeah. All right.
Hole check.
Hole check.
It's time for a good old-fashioned hole check.
Well,
I think this one's ready for market. What do you think?
I think we're gonna fix it.
I feel so proud to have made something. Oh yeah.
I think that's pretty good, honestly. That looks
Very
good.
sturdy.
So the next step is we have to make a slot to put a wedge in.
For the wedge.
God, that's satisfying.
Come back slowly. Okay.
Sin.
Very nice.
Oh my God.
So now we're going to glue in our legs, and we're going to glue in the wedges that really make them strong. You have the option of either using ash for your wedges or walnut, which will give it a nice contrast.
I'm gonna go ash.
I'm gonna go walnut.
Put a little glue in our little glue tray here. Take a little bit with our little brush. We're gonna brush it on our tenon, push it through. Put a little bit of glue on either side of our wedge.
Interesting.
All right, you guys ready to jump in?
Yeah.
You know, I don't typically enjoy arts and crafts, but it feels like an elevated version of that, and I've enjoyed myself today.
Great.
And now we take a break and wait for our glue to dry.
Oh, cool, okay.
So now we're gonna.
It's more of a, yeah. But we're gonna trim our tenons flush with the top of our stools.
I'm getting excited.
These are the much revered Japanese pull saws.
I thought a Japanese saw was just a katana.
He has a katana.
I do have a katana.
He's half Japanese.
That's true.
So he's legally allowed to own one.
That's true.
And he can take it to movie theaters.
It was given to me at birth.
Yeah.
Great. So we're gonna use these much revered Japanese pull saws to flush cut the top of our tenons to our board. We're gonna clamp it into our clamp. The saw cuts on a pull, so it doesn't cut when we're going forward.
Yeah.
We just put a little pressure on it going when we're pulling backwards. And we're just going to go like this.
Wow.
Mamma mia. I can't wait to see what that wedge looks like after the cut.
You don't have to put a lot of tension on it. Just let the saw do the work.
Oh!
And you end up with that.
Yeah! Oh my gosh.
That's what you call a
I
flush.
can't believe how flush that is even without sanding.
The Japanese saws are very nice.
Yeah, those are very nice.
Put one hand on the face.
Yeah.
There you go.
Hypnotizing. Absolutely hypnotizing. Wow.
Not as flat, but we're gonna sand it.
Yep.
We'll sand that.
I can't wait to do this.
Oh, Ryan, you're gonna love it.
The blade will probably recognize that I'm also Japanese as well.
It'll
like.
it'll sort of activate in your hand.
Remember, you don't have to push into it too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, just real
Pressure when you're pulling it towards you more.
Not as buttery as I thought it was going to be, but that's okay.
Let the pull take it. These are looking good.
Looking good.
We could open a little bar for gnomes.
So what we're gonna do is called a scribe. The legs may not all be the same length. Then I'm gonna take my pencil with the scribe and I'm just gonna trace around the outside of the leg. And that line is gonna be parallel to the ground. So now that we have our scribed lines, we just need to cut to the line.
Nailing it. Fucking nailing it.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Okay.
And on to the finishing touches, several rounds of sanding. First, a rough grit to shave off our gravest sins. Then finer, oh yes, finer, ever closer to perfection. And finally, the finest. And then we slathered it with some oil. And what once was wood now feels like exquisite porcelain.
And that's how you make a plant stand.
Nice.
Marty!
We nailed it.
These are incredible. So we're gonna let these dry, we'll wipe them down, and then I think to cap it all off, we'll set a plant on these.
That makes the most sense.
Yeah. Look at that.
That's pretty good.
That's really nice.
You touch yours now. Damn, dude.
Now that you have a plant stand, you need a plant.
Oh, thank you very much. Wow, look at this guy. Perfect.
Marty, get in here. Let's just bask in the silence for a bit here and just enjoy what we've done. Marty, I can't thank you enough. Genuinely, this is one of the great thrills of my life to have done this.
It was fun to watch your journey.
You really relaxed us.
Gosh, can't thank you enough.
Thank
It's
you guys
fantastic.
for coming.
Yeah, thanks for having
Good
me.
stuff.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
Likewise. And another minute of enjoyment here. Hey folks, if you want to watch the full season of Weird Wonderful World right now, ad-free, along with other bonus content, head over to watchertv.com to subscribe and see all our content a whole month early.
Wow! Thanks, estranged producer Shane Madej.
And who are you?
You know who I am, you piece of shit.
Who's this guy?
I thought we were friends.